Happy Pi Day! I'm Miss Calculate, and I'm going to tell you all about why we're celebrating pie today. No, I'm not talking about the kind of pie that you eat, but instead something equally as delicious, the mathematical symbol. Today's Pi Day, we're going to talk about what it is, why we celebrate it, and why should we care. Let's review just a few terms that you'll need to know when we're talking about circles. First, the distance around the edge of a circle is called the circumference. The distance across the middle of a circle is called the diameter. And the distance starting in the middle of a circle and going to the edge, that's called the radius. Thousands of years ago, people discovered something really interesting. They discovered that when you measure the circumference of a circle and you divide it by the diameter, you get the same number every single time. It didn't matter if the circle was the size of a coin or if it was the size of an entire planet. Whenever you took the circumference divided by the diameter, you always got the same number. What is that answer you get when you divide the circumference divided by the diameter? You get 3.14 every single time. No matter how big or how small your circle is, you can measure the distance across through the middle. You can do this at home, and you can see how many times can you fit that diameter around the edge of your circle. You should be able to do it 3.14 times. I find this kind of stuff fascinating because when I was in school, I just thought pi was a random number that teachers got excited about, and I never really understood why. Once you see that that number was discovered by taking the distance around divided by the diameter, the idea that a number so complex could be discovered is incredible to me. You don't even want to get me started on how it shows up with area. When you're calculating the area of a circle, you're seeing how much space it takes up. And in order to see how big your circle is, or the area of it, all you need to know is the radius. To find the area of a circle, you take the radius squared. That means radius times the radius. That tells you how big the square would be if it only was the size of your radius squared. Can you guess how many times those radius squares fit inside the area of a circle? Any circle? Doesn't matter if it's the size of a coin or the size of a planet. There are always 3.14 radius squares inside of a circle, any size. Are you kidding me? We celebrate pi because people discovered this amazing pattern that they found when they were measuring stuff in circles. There is always 3.14 diameters to fit around the edge of a circle. You don't have to think that's as interesting as me, because it would be hard to find it more interesting than me. But I hope you walk away from this video at least knowing that pi is not a random number, and you have some semblance of appreciation for why we might celebrate it.